Big fan.
All right, Caerliss, Tinbears, whenever you guys are ready, start the battle here. And if you can also, just do the rotations. So make sure it's whoever gets first pick, next time the other person will get the first pick. All right, so after the pre-ban, then we'll get started. All right, pre-bans are in.
All right, so we see the Bazaar and Athletica ban.
Bazaar Flitica ban, so both are the speed ones. Okay. Okay, Tinbears picks up
the biggest
SSB made.
Yeah, the biggest speed check out there that's still left is Cerise. I don't know if it's going to get slotted. Probably not early either way.
I feel like we don't see too many people using Cerise yet, so we've only seen a few people use Cerise, really have her invested and picked her up. So I feel like we might not see her nearly that much compared to in the other tournaments.
It's predominantly the cleavers that typically pick her up.
Yeah, but
CC and Ruel are both very neutral picks as well. So
Caerliss is going pretty tanky here already from the get-go.
Yeah.
One damage dealer and 2 support units. Meanwhile, it looks like Tinbears is just going full damage here. 3 damage dealers with 1 Maid Chloe to support his team. I do know that Tinbears recently finished building their Spectre Tinbears, so curious how that's gonna look like.
Fun.
Not to mention though, with free gear removal being available, it's gonna make things a lot more interesting, I feel like. Just because players had the freedom to kind of switch all their gear around.
True. And for your tournament, is it allowed to swap gear between rounds?
Yeah, like, I mean, if they want to, you know, they can swap gear in between rounds. If they feel like they want to make some adjustments or changes there.
Gotcha.
All right,
so Dian and Mid Chloe as this dedicated solo here. Seen them a lot, being able to provide that attack buff. And a Watcher Shuri, 5-star awakening. You know, we've seen.
Yeah, we've seen the Watcher Shuri.
Yeah, we've seen him put in loads of work, especially on the fast build that we've seen so far. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out here.
So, okay, so Tinbears banned the Arbiter Vildred, and that leaves Caerliss with only 1 damage dealer really being a Ravi, but really tanky team compared to Tinbears. So, and that not to mention 2 revivers on Caerliss's team here. So I feel like this is a little bit hard for Tinbears, being the fact that Caerliss has so much sustain on the team and just so much survivability.
Definitely agreed.
All right, starts off with Maid Chloe skill 3, and the rest of the units are all pretty slow here. So that means Caerliss is gonna get all his buffs off before Tinbears gets a turn here.
For sure. Oof. That did a sizable chunk of damage to the Watcher Shuri.
That's definitely, it seems more like a Bruiser Fallen Cecilia more than anything.
It really does.
That did a lot more damage than I expected there.
Even without the crits, it did quite a sizable chunk.
Yeah.
We don't see too many debuffs land. That's presumably a resistant Roel, which would make the most sense. But now he's at the point in time where 3 of his units are off meter. Does he want to proc the SSBS2? And he does.
Ooh, he gets 2 defense breaks off here.
Double.
But DN does have cleanse coming up.
That's true.
But let's see if this crits or not. Oh, he goes for the...
Wins the 50-50, but does not manage to kill.
Didn't kill the Ruel, but okay, that did a lot more damage to the Ruel than I expected, to be honest.
100, yeah. All that mitigation.
I was a little surprised about that. I didn't... Ow.
Plus, with Watcher Shuri being, you know, single target damage and so ridiculously squishy, even if he did manage to kill the Ruel, Arabi is there to provide the revive again.
That's true. He would have been able to skill 3 because Arabi's turn was coming right up.
Yep. Showing how powerful the core Aravi is just in general. We see the Dust
Devil proc.
Does
misses
not
the crit
win the
though.
50-50.
If he got that crit, Fallen Cecilia would have probably died there. That would have been a little bit better for him. Decides to take out the Fallen Cecilia.
No, but Caerliss still has all of his cooldowns, and that's on Ruel. So,
and Caerliss can probably save the revive from Ruel though here, because Aravi does have skill 3 up still.
Don't know if he's going to choose to go for it on this following turn, considering the hit debuff.
That's true. He does have a hit debuff there on there, which could screw him over, even though Watcher Shuri is really squishy. Portrait of Saviors on Watcher Shuri. Oh, he gets the crit!
Oof. So the revive from Ravi will probably be sat on for a little while at the very least.
Yeah. That kind of screws... Ooh. The counter... Oh.
She's missing no crits whatsoever.
Wow, this blind debuff is not doing any work at all, it looks like. Okay, finally gets the miss.
Caster's curse.
Sorry.
Everything you say gets negated right after.
Maybe I just shouldn't talk about those, right? Okay, so he goes for the skill 3.
With Maid setting up for a slower K-Ron, he was able to save it.
One shot on the Aravi.
And to be fair, we did see how offensive that Aravi was. I think it was a 12k counter.
Yeah, that Aravi had a lot of damage there.
Yeah, so it does make sense, but that is absolutely enormous. For Tinbears, and he can choose to revive Ravi, which is probably the more likely choice.
Caerliss looks like he's in a bit of a bind here. That counter on Watcher Shuri actually might have screwed him over a bit there, because that was an easy target to skill 3.
Yeah. Chooses to soul burn, or did he not? No, he did not.
I don't think I saw a soul burn there.
Yeah, he did not. Should be able to cycle. He does. It's still a 3v3, but keeping in mind that unless he can burn down the maid right away, he'll slowly start to lose momentum, because Caerliss without cooldowns doesn't have much healing left.
Ooh, there's a revive though. But being Aravi's turn next there, that kind of, I don't know if that was the smartest revive.
Probably not, because this gives you free fodder to revive your FCC up.
That might have been a mistake on his part there.
Yeah.
Because Fallen Cecilia is coming back here.
And we're seeing the value from the counter attacks.
Yeah, the counter is popping off. So we see the revive.
Yeah. Actually, though, it's a bit of a pickle here too, because you're going to give SSB her S2 off right before her turn. So FCC just is dead again.
Does SSB have skill 3 up? I don't think the cooldowns is up yet.
She shouldn't, but she can choose to either gamble for a crit on the defense broken Ruel.
Ooh, he gets the crit,
and he lands it.
But still not enough damage there.
Yeah, he also could have chosen to go for the FCC and try to kill through the shield, since it wasn't that powerful at that point in time.
And that rule is running Touch of Rekos.
And we've seen how powerful it is as an artifact on these high priority targets like the Reviver, like Ruel. But this defense break, oof.
Ooh, that Ruel.
Yeah.
Now this is looking a bit of a.
I don't know if Diana's cooldowns up or not. Cycle.
I don't believe she has her skills up yet in time.
Yeah, might be another turn, but here comes the SSB S3 if she does land the debuffs. And she does.
Debuffs coming through.
He's crippled for an entire turn rotation.
And Kieran, I believe. Oh no, he doesn't have immortality here, but he does have the revive from Maid Chloe.
We're seeing the effects of frenzy start to come into play. Everything's just dying. A dual attack would be lethal right here, but if Diane can outspeed the Kieran, because and she doesn't.
No,
he could have potentially.
Kayron doesn't have skill 3, right? So
True.
he only has. I guess it'll depend if this crits or not. Oh, okay.
That's GG.
First round goes to Tinbears.
Yeah.
Wow. A little bit surprising.
Robbie had far too many debuffs for DM to do much.
Yeah.
She couldn't S3 effectively because of the unbuffable and the heal block, and you can't cleanse away all of them at DM. So unfortunate.
Yeah, that was I think that the counter there might have really messed up the Robbie though on that 1 turn rotation.
Yeah, and we're seeing Watcher Shuri, even though he died a lot in the beginning and died again. We're seeing how impactful just getting raw burst damage is. And I'm curious to see how moving forward from these tournaments, if Watcher Shuri is going to pick up some traction in the future.
Yeah, I'm a little curious because I mean the first time we ever saw Watcher Shuri was from Tryhard, and that was probably the most that was the most impactful moment in the tournament. It was just done just like that, and then maybe people starting to pick up Watcher Shuri because of that and try to use him there the same way.
I just alt-tabbed to your stream and saw the 8 there. That's
pretty cute, right? Pretty cute.
I like it. I like it.
So, we see different bands. No Bazaar band this time, but we see the Seaside band coming in.
She put in a lot of work.
She did.
A lot of the times the kills were set up because of the armor break.
Yeah.
Presumably having some effectiveness on her. I don't think Roel gets armor broken that easily. Sorry for my bird. But we're seeing similar picks so far as well.
Yeah. So I believe they have to cycle here because last time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they'll have to cycle here for the first pick here. So we'll wait for the first pick once they get the right one there. Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, I was going with the same I was gonna go with the same pre-bans, but it looks like I guess Tinbears might not have seen that.
Yeah. And the draft seems to be changing here and there, but I'm assuming they're just adapting to it.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the game music because fortunately audio is a little bit scuffed, so we're just gonna play some random music here.
Chica Dance 5-head.
Nope.
Quality, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm wondering if I should call for remake because I don't think Tinbears heard that the pre-bans have to be the same. But
yeah, I think if you want to call the audible,
let me see if it it mainly affects Caerliss. Let me see if Caerliss minds that the pre-ban was a little bit different.
Caerliss, you maybe do an ad.
Oh, would you be able to help me do that? Yeah, because I can't really exit.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Appreciate.
Caerliss, please look.
It's okay. He might just not have seen it. All right, we'll just leave it at that then. I think it'll be okay. All right, we see another tanky team from Caerliss here.
Watch a Shuri coming out to play again, but General Purgus.
General Purgus is a little bit interesting. Caerliss bans the
doubling
BBK though.
Doubling down on the attack buff, but with that much offensive presence.
Wait, Caerliss's team has
no damage dealing.
No damage. That's a little worrying here.
Yeah.
This is a little bit worrying for Caerliss, to be honest. He does let the A Villager go through though, I'm surprised. But,
yeah, not much damage came out from that. I think the speed tuning was off a tiny bit on Tinbears' side with A Villager moving before mid Chloe.
Yeah. Oops, sorry about the overlay. I left the Aethers up there.
Yeah. We have seen how much damage that the Fallen Cecilia did put out from the previous round.
Yeah.
So it's possible that he's just waiting for Frenzy to stack up with this much sustain and then just chip them down. And we saw how easily Watcher Shuri melted.
The team being so squishy though, if Caerliss can pop the damage dealers here, then there's not much Tinbears can do in that situation there.
Well, people in chat are saying that Caerliss typed that he picked MO Ken, but it went to FCC. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
happened to me before as well. Back when I tried playing during the first preseason.
That's wow. I can't say I've ever seen that happen before to me. I haven't. Maybe on my alt account. I can't remember now, but that's pretty unfortunate. I definitely missed that there.
Oh, people in chat, it's my bird. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. The bird's the extra announcer that we need.
Yeah. You guys just can't understand, but best theory crafter NA. Alright.
Watcher Shuri goes for Lily is here, but only does half, not even half HP, 40% of the HP. And Watcher Shuri's taken out there. Ooh, gets the Alexa proc on Arbiter Vildred though.
And the RNG on the second target for A Vildred skill 1 did happen to go on the not buffed units. So fortunate for Tinbears there, but we can see how turtle Caerliss's comp is. It's just making sure everyone's alive. And with attack buff from the end, as we get into Frenzy, you might see the damage scaling.
I think the main issue though is I'm a little worried if Caerliss has enough damage to actually kill Maid Chloe.
Yeah.
But if he can kill the A Vildred in time, and get rid of him, next time Maid Chloe gets the revive buff up, they'll both Arbiter Vildred and Watcher Shuri will just be really low, and he can probably take them back out, kill them again.
Potentially with Lilius or FCCS 3 being the most efficient. We saw A Vildred's revive buff get procs just now. So he's probably trying to decide, does he want to just go for it? He does. And here we see the big nuke with
double proc on Alexa's.
With the full 5 focus post revive. This may hurt. We'll see how tanky Caerliss is. He eats it a lot better than I thought. Yeah.
That Fallen Cecilia took a lot of damage though.
Yeah. Soul burning the Maid Chloe just to get the extra turn, cycling off the F3 closer and closer.
Probably also trying to get some stuns off here.
But DN should have the cooldowns for this next rotation, I believe.
Goes for the soul burn on Ruel. Paying the Arbiter. No crit, unfortunately. Or else that
burst heal.
That might have actually killed on crit, I feel like.
True.
DN does have skills up though, which is good. This will bring Fallen Cecilia pretty much up to full HP. And DN shield putting in some work, making sure Arbiter Villager doesn't crit. He does kill the Arbiter Villager now, and General Perk has made Chloe left. Yeah, his main issue here is made Chloe, and the revived Arbiter Villager and Watcher Shuri isn't gonna have that much HP. With Fallen Cecilia and Lilius, he can probably just kill both of them again, and he just need to focus down Mei Chloe after that.
One thing I'm noticing as we're watching this game play out is that as impactful as General Perkus is in certain niche situations, he has really felt somewhat like a dud in this team, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, the two AoEs Caerliss has is just Fallen Cecilia and Lilius skill 3. So, once these two are dead, I think General Perkus isn't doing too much for this team here.
Yeah, because as we expect this game to play out, it's exactly what we thought it would be. General Perkus would only become targeted as you get closer and closer to the end of the game. And by that time, Frenzy is likely at a higher stage. So it's sort of like, you know, bringing a really squishy comp into the late game. You get the most value in the late game where you're most likely dead. It's interesting to me.
We're starting to see the frenzy damage come off, and Mei Chloe is starting to take quite a bit of damage just from the Lilius, Fallen Cecilia, Ruel, and DN here in general.
Yeah. There's so much raw sustain and buffs.
Ooh,
we see just the
yield come through.
Yeah.
All right, and Caerliss takes the second round, and it's a 1 out of 1. 1 out of 1. All right. And we're gonna let the pre-bans.
4 partners.
Tryhard says, "Is that Tinbears?" Tinbears.
Tinbears, that's right.
Okay, we get the correct first pick this time finally. All right, and we'll switch over. Pre-bans wise, we see a little bit different pre-ban coming in from Tinbears. We see a DN pre-ban, but we still get the Seaside Bologna, and we get the DN.
We can see how like they've been adapting to each of the games, right? SSB being the biggest problem for Caerliss, just banned that out. Same thing with DN on Tinbears' side.
Yeah.
It's a really smart play, adapting to the game.
Ooh, Caerliss picks up Spectre Tenebria. First time I've seen him use this here.
Taking away a threat. He takes the Arbiter Villager too this time as well. Well, I just realized that.
So Caerliss going a lot more damage, I guess, compared to the last time. The last 2 games where we've seen Caerliss bring a much tankier team there. Both of them pretty much just having 2 damage dealers and 1 kind of like support unit right now.
We see the Fighter Maya Bruiser potentially.
Fighter
coming out to execute.
That's an interesting pick. Have we ever seen a Fighter Maya in any tournament yet? I don't think so.
In a tournament, I don't know, but I have a lot of friends who use Fighter Maya quite affectionately.
Actually, one brought up a good point. Let me set up here something.
I'm sorry for my bird.
It's okay.
My bird.
Bird is cute.
Y'all can see him. Birdie? I don't know what's happening. Oh yeah. The Fire Tenebria as well. A constant recurring theme in most tournaments is showing how strong the buffs were to her.
So, Momo. Okay, so we see Caerliss banning the Momo. And Tinbears decides to ban Arbiter Villager, leaving Tenebria open here, which may or may not be an issue.
Not being able to ban both K-Ron and BBK. Wondering how safe S10 is in this comp.
All right, we see the provoke coming through on the mid Chloe.
Landing it on the mid Chloe.
Well, he looks like he used the soul burn just to guarantee that there. And this is the big issue. Tinbears has no immunity on his team, which leaves Tinebria free open to debuff. Ooh.
This is a counterfighter Maya.
Counterfighter Maya didn't land a provoke though, unfortunately.
We just see
Spectre Tinebria nuking the May Chloe.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, but I feel like this is already over.
Like
just from that game. The immunity being one of the most important things here, being one of the most important deciding factors, unfortunately.
100%.
And K-Ron being alone cannot do anything to change this. He still goes for the nuke.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping, the rule's a little bit squishier than he thinks. Ooh, Tinebria being too tanky for the K-Ron to nuke, unfortunately. Caerliss takes round 3, bringing home the win. So, little surprise there.
Yeah.
Tinbears winning that one round, being a little bit on the surprising side. Give me 1 second here. All right, moving us back. And all right, so we have Caerliss taking the win. Tinbears actually bringing the match close though.
Bringing it to round 3.
Yeah, taking that to 3 rounds. And let me just make sure I get this here. Caerliss does take the win, and looks like the bets were 65.